Hey guys, welcome to another recap video from New Zealand's biggest gap year, where a few years ago my partner Robin and I headed out on the road to do an epic challenge, doing 365 activities in 365 days. And on day 208 we head to the Mt Hutt forest to do some awesome hiking trails. So check that out in the video coming up, and join me toward the end of the video where I'm going to go through some of the comments and questions you guys had from the first time round that we published this video. So join me toward the end.
So today we are following the hints from a bunch of locals that told us that if we keep on driving on State Highway 77, we pass the Skiffle Road and we drive all the way to the end, despite the fact that it's super gravelly, we will find the beautiful Te Awa Awa Reserve, which has heaps of work to discover there. The elusive Te Awa Awa Reserve is located in the Mt Hutt forest, and honestly there is literally no information about it anywhere, so we had to go by ourselves, discover it, to be able to report to you guys right here on YouTube and on backpackerguide.nz.
When we arrived, we discovered this massive picnic area full of rhododendrons in full bloom. It's absolutely stunning, but just behind that picnic area is a whole network of walks through the Awa Awa Rata Reserve. We don't really have much of a plan of which tracks we're going to be taking today, because the Awa Awa Reserve is full of them. They range from about 15 minutes to 2-hour loop walks. So at first we're heading on the Awa Awa walk, but we then end up on all kinds of different walks. The Alder track, the Ridge track, a Pookie track, Scott Saddle tracks, and eventually to the Pudding Hill stream. But we don't really care where we're going because this forest is absolutely beautiful.
People mostly know Mt Hutt as being a ski field, but we really wanted to show you guys something a little bit different. If the mountain is closed because the weather is not good, the Te Awa Awa Reserve is the perfect place to come because it's so sheltered from the wind. For example, today it's 77 kilometers force wind, and we are so sheltered right here we don't even notice it, and the birds don't notice it either. The little riflemen are having a blast on the trees and are not bothered whatsoever by the huge wind outside the forest. And the rifleman birds are actually really prone to be bothered by the wind because they are the smallest bird in New Zealand, at only 8 centimeters long. The walk then leads us from really big, lush, luxuriant New Zealand forest to a massive pine tree forest. It's really interesting how the scenery changes so drastically, but one thing that doesn't change are the birds. They are still all around us, and now we are finding a beautiful fantail, or Pi Waka Waka in Maori.
Phanteos are probably the most common bird that you'll see in New Zealand. They're so small, and they're named after their fan-shaped tail, if you hadn't already guessed that. And they're super inquisitive as well. Often when you're walking in the forest, they'll come over and just come and check you out. So we spent some time getting some good photo opportunities and filming opportunities of this cute little fantail. After spending some time with this fantail, we're moving on with our hike onto the Pudding Hill stream track, which is a little rougher and a bit narrower than the other tracks, but it has some awesome views along the way. And of course we're still going through some awesome New Zealand forest, and much of this forest around us was what once covered most of the Canterbury Plains.
The really cool thing about all the hikes in the Te Awa Awa Reserve is that there are a ton of them, so you can make your own hikes as it pleases you. So you can basically link a couple of hikes together to make it longer or to make it shorter, and there are some sections which are going uphill, but because all the hikes are reasonably short, you can definitely take your time and it fits every single level of fitness. One of the lowest points of the Te Awa Awa Reserve is the Pudding Hill stream. It's a really cool area to arrive for a snack or even for picnic if you come here at lunchtime. It's really remote, and from there all the hikes are actually unmarked. So we decide to head back toward the Te Awa Awa Reserve and toward the marked trail after taking the time to rest around here. We actually spent a good half an hour here because there is heaps to see, from all the beautiful insects to the stunning landscape all around. It's definitely worth taking the time to explore the area and not just stop here, have a snack and move on straight away. As we are making our way back toward our camper van, we are stopped once more by yet another bird. This one is a silver-eyed. They are reasonably common around New Zealand, but they are really quick birds and extremely elusive, so it's pretty rare to get such a good look at one of them.
From the Pudding Hill stream, we're making our way back through the Our Reserve, trying to remember which tracks we actually took to come here, and again enjoying the awesome mix of exotic and native forest. Because it is still morning, we realise we've actually got a lot of time left in the day to explore more of the Methven area. So we're sort of making a plan as we're walking. We're going to check out a few cafes in town later today. And we hear that there's a really awesome cinema in Methven, which is like a boutique style cinema. So we're going to be checking that out as well. So once we get into Methven, we are going to the Arabica Cafe, which is an award-winning cafe, and trying out some of their food and amazing coffees. But clearly we only have eyes for the dessert.
Yo, that is amazing. Yes.
Now that we're stuffed, we're gonna go try and find the cinema.
So we are in the buzzing street of Methven, and we are making our way to the small Paradiso cinema, which I've heard also has an ice cream parlor. The Paradiso cinema is the boutique cinema, meaning that it's really small, but it has a lot of charm. There are paintings of really famous actors or even just Elvis all over the walls, and the popcorn is super fresh, the ice cream is really awesome, there are all the projectors everywhere, the cinema itself is really small, there is only about 40 different seats, but it's a great experience for a rainy day in Methven.
So tomorrow is my birthday, and so we're going archery. Robin is going to be playing Robin Hoods for his birthday, so don't miss it. We're actually going to be in the hoods. So don't miss it, we're actually going to be in the hoods. We're doing archery tomorrow. Laura said it better. Just don't miss it.
Tomorrow we are going to be making like Robin Hood and doing some archery in the woods. So join us then.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching something different to do in the Mt Hutt area other than skiing and snowboarding, because that is what Mt Hutt is really known for. But yes, the hiking trails here are pretty cool too. So Natalia says, love watching your movies and listening to you both. Can you tell me what camera you are using? So we use a few different cameras. We have been using GoPros, and you know how they update their GoPros every year. So we did New Zealand's biggest gap year a few years ago. So obviously a few models back for the GoPro, but we always update to the latest GoPro for our new videos. And also, during New Zealand's biggest gap year, I was using a DSLR, a Nikon 3500. So that was the camera I was using during this filming that you see in this video. But since then, I've upgraded to the Nikon 5500, which is still, they're pretty affordable cameras. They're not the most expensive, but they're decent to do the job. We have Anna Witter saying, so beautiful, another place for me to check out. I have a formidable list already, lol. Yeah, that's the problem with watching our videos for New Zealand's biggest gap year. There is literally, could be 365 more things to add to your itinerary. And then we have Jan saying, very informative video. So thanks a lot for the comments, guys. If you do have any comments or questions of your own, make sure to put them in the description, or not the description, but the comment section below. Or join us for one of our live Q&A sessions. We do these every single Sunday at 8 AM New Zealand time. And during the live session, we answer all your New Zealand travel questions in the live chat. So that's the best place to come and plan your itinerary and ask any personal questions that you might have about traveling in New Zealand. Otherwise, there's always nzpocketguide.com, which is available 24/7 with thousands of articles to help you plan your trip. So there's always that as well. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.